It was a bit dark. At 12,000 feet, the winds were fast, crazy, and icy. The temperature was below -7 degrees Celsius. The wind chill factor, of course, made it even more colder. Some people breathing heavily, hands frozen, but everyone had a sense of adventure, pushing themselves, including me. Where are we going? Did we make it? How did I feel? You may ask. Brahmatal Peak. This video is about the experiences in those 4 days in the Himalayas of Uttarakhand in India. After my Sandakphu trek in the month of January, I was once again looking forward to a winter trek. You can say a mild winter trek to Uttarakhand. 3 o'clock I'm going to leave, 3 or 3:30, 7:20 is my flight, but I would like to leave a little early. So I have my flight to Delhi and then Delhi to Rishikesh. I will either go by a train which is booked, or if I don't feel like going by the train at the last moment, I will cancel that and I will take a bus. And from Rishikesh, I'm going to go to the base camp, which is Lohajung. So I've made myself some really nice vegetable poha. My bag is packed right here. So I have to do everything quickly and leave in 1 hour. So I took a flight to Delhi and then a bus to Rishikesh, Tapovan to be exact. That was definitely one of the best Rajma chawals I've ever had. The excitement was high as I was doing this trek not alone or not going solo, in fact with a college friend of mine whose name is Nishant and 2 of his buddies. And of course, for the first time, I was going to Uttarakhand, so I was pretty excited. After spending a few days in Rishikesh, we commenced our journey towards Lohajung, where the base camp of our trek was located. The journey was definitely very scenic, with a beautiful view of Ganga river, but it was equally tiring and quite long, I would say. We finally reached Lohajung at approximately 5 or 5:30 in the evening. I personally loved the location of this property and the vast mountain views that we got from this place.
So that is Mount Nandagunti. Beautiful. यहाँ ऊपर एक टेम्पल है. यहाँ पे मैं चाय पी रहा हूँ, black tea, and enjoying the view.
But anyways, we had to get ready quickly. After having our breakfast, we were all excited and geared up to start our trek and doing some last minute things.
ये आने वाले सूरज को इज्जत देते हुए
And our trek leader Karan Singh Shahi is going to give us some instructions just before the trek.
ऐसे करके ठीक ना 5 बार शॉर्ट विजिल होगी ओके अलार्म के लिए ऐसे होगा ऐसे करके ठीक ना ये माइंड पे बैठा लो ये जैसी ये सुन लेना जहाँ भी हो वहीं से वापस आ जाना है टॉयलेट में हो टेंट तो अगर इसका प्रॉपर यूज़ करें ना तो हम 30 to 40% एनर्जी अपनी सेव कर सकते हैं ना इसको बस कैरी करने से कुछ सेव नहीं होगा इसका यूज़ कैसे करना है सबसे पहले तो इसका जो हाइट है ना वो हाइट होना चाहिए आपके हाइट के अकॉर्डिंग जो आपका ये एल्बो है ना वो 90 डिग्री फॉर्म करना चाहिए सही है ना मेरे ये पोजीशन दिख रहा है ना 90 डिग्री पे है तो जो ट्रेल है ना उसमें कोई जो रैपर या कुछ भी लिटर नहीं करना है बिल्कुल भी ओके और एक ही पेस में चलना है कोई भी ऐसा नहीं भागेगा नहीं ओके आपने अपने मन से शॉर्टकट नहीं लेना है नहीं तो शॉर्टकट क्विक एसेंड हो जाएगा ठीक है ब्रह्मलीन अभी माउंटेन्स में क्या है रन और जंप नहीं करते बिल्कुल भी अवॉइड करते हैं तो ऐसे जंप नहीं करना है ठीक ना नीचे लूज रॉक होगा एंकल ट्विस्ट हो जाएगा नीचे लोहाजंग वापस तो ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना है ओके और
इसको पॉज कहाँ करना होगा
ऑप्शन आ जाएगा पॉज करने का
ठीक है
I think we were a group of a total of 20 people, and this time it was not with Indiahikes, in fact it was with Trek The Himalayas.
कितने का है 40 का ग्लास भी है
Just a few minutes after starting our hike, we decided to try this rhododendron flower juice.
संदाक फूल भी देखा था बट फ्लावर नहीं था फ्लावर का अब टाइम हो गया तो फरवरी
बहुत अच्छा है तो भैया एक ग्लास एक बोतल बनाने के लिए कितने फ्लावर चाहिए होता है
क्या
एक बोतल
12 फ्लावर
12 फ्लावर
में एक बोतल पूरा प्योर बनता है फिर गाढ़ा बन जाता है
Meet Pavni and Anuj, the other two friends who came along with Nishant.
पावनी
असिस्टेंट अनुज
ये हमारे सिक्योरिटी में है सिक्योरिटी में
After hiking for around 3 or 4 hours, we encountered a little bit of snow.
खुश हो गए फर्स्ट ऑफ स्नो पे
हाँ भाई वो तो होता ही है यार
And everybody was happy, of
अगर
course.
अभी यहाँ से आगे बहुत ज़्यादा एसिड नहीं है तो मैं इसके ऊपर एक जैकेट डालूंगा
कैसा लग रहा है पहला स्नो देख के
यार भाई साहब
टाइम से वेट कर रहे थे इसका हम बहुत खुश हैं
तुम तो साले पहली बार देख रहे हो
रॉ शॉट्स
How was the first snow look?
The first snow looks like snow.
मैनिफेस्टेशन वर्क्स
लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन करके आए हम लोग
भाई
नहीं आई डोंट बिलीव इन लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन नाउ आई डू
चीयर करेंगे हर हर महादेव करके
Snow.
Soon after this, we reached the campsite for our first day of trek.
जब एक्लिमेटाइजेशन वॉक के लिए ओके तो वहाँ बेकलताल जो रियल बेकलताल है वहाँ जाएंगे
And went for an acclimatization walk to this lake called Bekaltal. Bekaltal is a lake situated right in between the forest, surrounded by a lot of different plants and trees, but definitely a lot of oak trees. And it is also considered as a holy lake amongst the locals.
ये भिकल नाग की नाम से जो है ये भिकल ताल पड़ा है जो नाग देवता है उसी के नाम से ये भिकल ताल पड़ा हुआ है और यहाँ पर जन्माष्टमी को विलेज विलेज से लोग आता है पूजा पाठ करता है और फल फूल चढ़ाता है दूध चढ़ाता है उसी नाग के लिए चढ़ाता होगा फिर बाकी और क्या है
If you are a frequent mountain visitor, you must know this, that the weather usually changes very quickly sometimes, and that is what happened on that day. All of a sudden, clouds came in and it started to snow. यार कुछ भी कहो, स्नोफॉल में कुछ तो बात है यार। जब बर्फ पड़ती है ना, ऐसा लगता है जैसे दुनिया स्लो मोशन में चल रही है। It did not snow a lot, but it was good enough to make the whole campsite turn white. But of course, the weather cleared and it was indeed a very cold night. The morning was absolutely freezing. It was cold enough to freeze the lake which was right in front of us. We packed our tents, had some breakfast quickly, and started ascending through the oak tree forests.
जो उसकी लीव्स होती है ना, नाइट्रोजन रिच लीव्स है, और उसका वुड भी अच्छा जलता है और उसका स्ट्रॉन्ग भी होता है ना।
And finally, we came above the tree line and got some grand views of the Greater Himalayas.
That over there is Ali Bedni Bugyal and this is Jhandi Top जहाँ पे हम लोग अभी जाने वाले हैं।
The second day of the hike felt slightly challenging as we gained elevation of approximately 3,000 feet, from 9,000 feet which is at Bekaltal campsite to about 12,000 feet at Jhandi Top.
So this is a place called Jhandi Top, which is at approximately 11,900 or something feet. And the best part from here is the view. So that is Mount Nanda Gunti. नीचे से जो देखा था अपन ने वो कहीं इधर है. What a beautiful, amazing vibe.
There are 2 to 3 small food stalls at Jhandi Top. And पता है क्या, पहाड़ों में ना ऐसी जगह पे बैठ के एक कप चाय या कॉफ़ी पीने का अलग ही मज़ा है यार. After spending time at the Jhandi Top, we started to descend down from another side of the mountain towards our campsite for the day. And on the way, we came across a small tiny temple out of nowhere in between the valleys or the mountains.
लेट करेगा तो वो हमेशा भटकेगा। वेलकम टू ब्रह्मताल बेस कैंप है ना, बहुत अच्छा किया, टाइम से पहुंच गए। तो आज हमने हाइट गेन किया, पहले झंडी 11 और फिर उसके बाद हाइट लूज किया है ना, तो आज हमें एक्सटेंशन वॉक की जरूरत नहीं है।
Brahmatal is a high altitude lake situated at over 11,000 feet. It is considered as a sacred or holy place by a lot of locals around.
Okay, जिसके नाम पे ये ट्रैक है। तो ये वैसे ना ठंडियों में ऐसा पूरा फ्रोजन हो जाता है पूरा, ओके, अभी ये मेल्ट हो गया है।
And this is definitely a very popular place amongst a lot of trekkers, especially in the winter season. Currently it is 8:30 in the night. I'm just walking near to our campsite. काफ़ी अच्छा दिन था आज, you know. The main thing which I really liked is getting the grand view of Nandagunti, Mount Nandagunti and Mount Trishul, of course, which are just big, amazing, magnificent. I'm just enjoying my own peace and me time while most of the people have slept. Tomorrow is going to be a summit climb. We're going to start early morning at around 4:30 or 5, I guess. 4:30. This was probably the most challenging day on this trek. The steepness is of course inevitable because we are climbing a peak. But during any ridge walk or summit climb, the icy cold wind also plays a major role. GoPro dead. But वो कहते हैं ना, if you're enjoying the challenges in life in whatever you're doing, you're definitely doing something right. And me being a mountain adventure enthusiast, I was absolutely loving this, to be honest.
Sunrise 1 evening. How are you feeling after reaching? What about you, Robin? पहला ट्रैक है ना, फर्स्ट ट्रैक। यस, कैसा लग रहा है यहाँ पहुँच के? अच्छा लग रहा है? फर्स्ट ट्रैक। Triund, what do you feel after reaching here?
proud of myself for not giving up.
Crazy over here, crazy.
पहाड़ों में ना कुछ तो बात है. Right in front of us were peaks above 7,000 meters in elevation. The mighty Greater Himalayas. It was an absolute bliss to stand on this Brahmatal peak and absorb the raw energy of nature during sunrise, even though it was absolutely freezing below minus 10 degrees Celsius due to the wind chill factors. After spending approximately half an hour on the summit, we started to descend. In the mountains, descending is often more risk-prone, and we came across some slightly challenging paths due to the frozen ice on the ridge. However, slowly and steadily we were able to make it back to our campsite at Daldam after spending some time at the Jhandi top just like yesterday. This was technically our last night of camping and also like a last day, so we spent a very decent night at the campsite before descending down to Lohajung the next day morning, which was a very short trek.
So today is the last day of our trek. We have started our descent from Dwaldam, which was our campsite last night. The morning was cold, but as we are descending down, the weather is getting pretty warm. All these days were pretty good. Kafi maza aaya, but quite excited to get back to the base camp and do a few other things which have been pending. You know, there is always a very unique feel jab bhi trek khatam hota hai. It's a mix of good and a little emotional, but also it means I'm looking forward to something more for the next time.
जब एडवेंचर ख़त्म होता है ना, शहर वापस जाने का मन ही नहीं करता यार, और ऐसा सिचुएशन बन जाता है कि ये दिल मांगे मोर.
Have your attention please, we have arrived in Bangalore.